G'day, this is Steve from Steve Daly Outfitters, and you might recall me talking about in a recent video a nasty accident where I ran over with my Silverado. I ran over a Sage 9'6" weight, and this one of my favourite reels, the Sage 2650, which I think I bought. I'm going to say, I think I bought this in about 2006, maybe 5 or 6, and it has been through all sorts of service. I've used this myself, and it's stuffed. There's no way I can send this back to Sage and say, "Can you fix it, please? Because I love it." No, it's done. It's toast. So this is going into the mementos. You know, it's funny. I don't get sentimental about rods. I think it possibly because if a rod's been in my boat for 4 or 5 years, there's probably not too many original pieces to it, apart from the rod tube. But reels, man, these are all these marks and scuffs, and in this case, total disaster. That's all part of the story of the reel. But this reel, as I said, this reel's been in service for 20 odd years, and it was this series was the first series of Sage reels that woke me up how good Sage reels were. And I've still got another one. I've still got one 2550 that I just put this technical trout line on to run on my new Sage R8 Classic. Going to give that a bit of a test out. You don't want to run over them. So I'm basically running a selection of these 4 different reels across my trout reels. I'll start off Spectrum C. It's a cast reel. Okay, you can see the designs look kind of similar. This is probably the reel that really lit up, from a retail's perspective, lit up Sage reels and got a lot of people introduced to them. This is probably the workhorse, although I've kind of graduated away from it a little bit. This is the standard Spectrum. You know, it is aluminum, same drag in the others. Really nice looking reel, lots of holes, so relatively it's not that heavy, but it is heavier than the next one up the scale. So I've kind of eased out of these a little bit, because this is the one I've got most of, and I've got a bunch, and particularly with the we're running as many R8 cores as I run. The Spectrum LT, super lightweight, pretty reel. I've got numerous, and you can see these reels are all been through. These reels are not sat on a shelf and looked after. No, they stay in my boat. They're getting banged around in the boat, and you know, considering the abuse I put this through, these are really in good shape. Ultra lightweight, solid drag for fresh water, just what you need. And then the Sage Crew, once we stepped out of the Spectrum range, Sage Crew also introduced me to this guy. This should give you a good idea. These two are both for a 5.6, right? And you can see how much bigger the arbor is on this one. This is the 5.6 arbor XL. And I picked up one of these. I've now got 2 of them. I got an 8 weight as well. Like it. It pretty much run this as a 6, because it is a little heavier given the size of that arbor. A little bit of a trade-off for the pickup rate. But I run that as a 6 and keep the LTs. Primarily they all go on 5 weights. Really pretty looking reel. Really nice, durable, reliable. I don't have these breaking. As I said, I've been running Sage reels for 20 odd years. Ran the same reel for 20 odd years. You know, give them a shot. They're great. Cheers.